Good morning. As we greet a new day across Europe, there's a noticeable change in the air. The gentle warmth of summer mornings has faded, replaced by a crispness that signals the arrival of autumn. The sun rises a little later, casting a golden glow over city parks and quiet countryside fields, reminding us that a new season is truly here. Autumn has arrived across Europe, painting our landscapes with vibrant hues of red, orange, and gold. Parks and city streets are now blanketed with fallen leaves, creating a picturesque scene that's both beautiful and fleeting. The air feels fresher, and there's a sense of anticipation as we transition from one season to the next. And with it, a dramatic shift in our weather patterns is underway. The skies are often overcast and the days are noticeably shorter. The familiar blue of summer is now frequently replaced by a tapestry of clouds, hinting at the unpredictable weather to come. The days of summer warmth are behind us, and those last moments spent outdoors in t-shirts and shorts are now cherished memories. Beaches and parks that bustled with activity just weeks ago are quieter, as people begin to adapt to the cooler temperatures. In their place, we wake to crisp mornings, our breath visible in the chilly air, and forests transformed into a kaleidoscope of color. The crunch of leaves underfoot and the scent of damp earth are unmistakable signs that autumn is in full swing. This season brings a mix of weather, sometimes gentle, sometimes wild. Expect sudden storms, frequent rain showers, and even the first hints of winter's chill. Umbrellas become a daily companion, and the sound of rain tapping on windows is a familiar melody. Across the continent, warm southern air is clashing with cooler northern air, creating a battleground in the sky. These opposing forces stir up the atmosphere, leading to rapidly changing conditions that can catch even seasoned weather watchers by surprise. This clash sets the stage for unsettled conditions, with weather that can shift from calm to stormy in a matter of hours. One moment you might enjoy a peaceful walk, the next you're seeking shelter from a sudden downpour. We're moving from stable, sunny high-pressure systems to a period dominated by low-pressure, nature's troublemakers. These low-pressure systems are responsible for much of the wind, rain, and cloud cover that define autumn in Europe. These systems will drive wind and rain across the continent, making it important to stay updated on local forecasts. Gusty winds can strip trees of their leaves overnight, and heavy rain may lead to slippery streets and muddy paths. Especially in the coming days, we can expect periods of intense rainfall and blustery conditions. It's wise to plan ahead, whether you're commuting to work or heading out for a weekend adventure. It's time to swap sun loungers for waterproof jackets and sturdy umbrellas. Layering up and keeping rain gear handy will help you stay comfortable, no matter what the weather brings. From the blustery Atlantic coasts, to the snow-dusted peaks of the Alps and the sun-dappled Mediterranean shores, every region will experience its own version of autumn's arrival. Each landscape tells a different story, but all are touched by the season's changes. Whether you're in a bustling city or a quiet rural village, everyone will feel this autumnal transition. The rhythm of daily life shifts, and communities come together to embrace the season's unique charm. Being prepared isn't about worry, it's about making smart adjustments to stay safe and comfortable. Embracing the change means enjoying cozy evenings indoors, savoring seasonal foods, and making the most of autumn's beauty. So, as we settle into this new season, let's take a closer look at what's ahead and how you can make the most of Europe's ever-changing autumn weather. Let's zoom out to the big picture for the next 15 days. Europe is about to experience a dramatic shift in weather, with a series of powerful systems set to make their mark across the continent. From the Atlantic to the Mediterranean, and all the way to the Alps, the stage is set for a period of intense and varied weather events that will impact millions. Out over the Atlantic, a conveyor belt of low-pressure systems is gathering strength. These storms are lining up one after another, each poised to unleash their energy as they barrel toward Western Europe. Expect a relentless parade of wind and rain, with the potential for some storms to reach severe levels, especially along exposed coastlines. The UK, Ireland, France, and the Benelux countries will be right in the firing line. Residents here should brace for repeated bouts of heavy rain, gusty winds, and the possibility of local flooding. Travel disruptions are likely, and outdoor plans may need to be reconsidered as storm after storm sweeps through, keeping conditions unsettled and unpredictable. As these systems push further east, Central Europe, including Germany, Switzerland, Austria, and the Czech Republic, will also feel the effects. Expect a transition from dry autumn days to a much wetter, windier pattern. Commuters and city dwellers should prepare for gray skies, frequent showers, and blustery conditions that could linger for days at a time. But the real drama is set to unfold in southern Europe. Here, the collision of incoming storms with warm, moisture-laden Mediterranean air will create a volatile mix. Italy, the Balkans, and Greece are at heightened risk for torrential downpours, flash flooding, and even landslides in vulnerable areas. Rivers may swell rapidly, and urban flooding could become a serious concern, especially in low-lying towns and cities. Meanwhile, a pronounced dip in the jet stream will open the door for cold Arctic air to surge southward. This will set the stage for the first significant snowfall of the season in the Alps. Ski resorts and mountain villages could see a rapid transformation, with fresh snow blanketing the slopes and mountain passes. This early taste of winter will be welcomed by winter sports enthusiasts, but could also bring travel hazards and avalanche risks. So we have three main stories unfolding across the continent: persistent wind and rain battering the west, with the potential for damaging gusts and saturated ground. In the south, the focus shifts to the risk of flooding and severe storms, with emergency services on high alert and communities urged to stay vigilant as conditions can change rapidly. And in the Alps, the arrival of early season snow will bring both excitement and challenges, as mountain roads become treacherous and preparations for winter accelerate. Each region faces its own unique set of challenges, and preparation is absolutely key. Whether it's securing property, planning travel, or simply staying informed, taking action now can make all the difference in staying safe and minimizing disruption. This dynamic and fast-changing weather pattern will demand our attention and respect. It's a reminder of nature's power and the importance of being ready for whatever comes our way. Over the next 15 days, we'll be tracking these developments closely. Let's break down what this means for each area, so you can stay one step ahead of the weather. Western Europe is first in the firing line, as a series of powerful weather systems line up over the Atlantic, ready to sweep across the region. The atmosphere is primed for turbulent conditions, and the next few days will bring a dramatic shift in the weather for millions of people. The UK and France will see the first of several strong Atlantic storms within the next 48 to 72 hours. These storms are expected to bring a combination of heavy rain, fierce winds, and rapidly changing skies, making for a challenging period ahead. Coastal areas will be the first to feel the impact, but the effects will quickly spread inland. Expect powerful winds along the coasts, with gusts strong enough to bring down branches and even cause minor structural damage in exposed areas. These winds will spread inland, leading to travel disruptions, especially for high-sided vehicles and those using exposed routes. The seas will be rough, with large waves battering the shoreline and increasing the risk of coastal flooding. This isn't a one-off. Storms will arrive in quick succession, leaving little time for the ground to dry. Each new system will bring its own burst of rain and wind, compounding the effects of the last. The relentless pace means that even short breaks in the weather won't be enough for water to drain away, and the landscape will remain saturated. Saturated soils mean a heightened risk of local flooding, especially near rivers and low-lying areas. Fields and riverbanks are already struggling to cope, and with more rain on the way, the risk of flash flooding and standing water on roads will increase. Urban areas could also see surface water flooding, particularly where drains become overwhelmed. Weather will be highly changeable. One moment, heavy rain and wind will lash towns and cities, and the next, a brief sunny spell may break through the clouds. These rapid changes can catch people off guard, so it's important to stay updated with the latest forecasts. Then, more downpours, sometimes with hail or thunder, will sweep through, adding to the unsettled feel. Thunderstorms could bring intense bursts of rain, making driving conditions hazardous and increasing the risk of localized flooding. Outdoor plans will need flexibility, as sudden changes in the weather could force last-minute adjustments. Whether you're heading out for a walk, planning a sporting event, or simply commuting, it's wise to have a backup plan and waterproof gear at the ready. Travel could be disrupted by wind and rain, with delays possible on roads, railways, and at airports. Wet roads and fallen debris may slow journeys, and public transport could be affected by flooding or strong winds. Ferry services may face delays or cancellations due to rough seas. Ports and harbors will be on high alert, and those planning to travel by sea should check for updates before setting out. The message: secure your property, stay alert, and be ready for a classic, blustery autumn. Secure loose items outdoors, check on vulnerable neighbors, and keep an eye on weather warnings as conditions evolve. Let's see how this pattern moves east, and what it could mean for the rest of Europe in the days ahead. As storms move east, the Netherlands and Germany will feel their effects. The Netherlands faces strong North Sea winds, while Germany will see persistent rain and gusty conditions. Northern Germany will be windy. Southern and hilly regions will get heavier rain. Prolonged rainfall could cause local flooding, especially in western and southern Germany. Temperatures will drop and wind chill will make it feel even colder. Gray skies and rain gear will be the norm for the next 2 weeks. Commuters should expect slower journeys and check their vehicles. Prepare for a long spell of wet, windy and cool weather. Now to the Mediterranean, where a different threat is brewing. Warm, moisture-rich air from the sea will collide with cooler storm systems, triggering torrential downpours. Southern France, Italy, Croatia and Greece are at risk for flash flooding, especially in mountainous or coastal areas. Dry summer ground can't absorb the rain, turning streams into torrents and overwhelming drainage. Severe thunderstorms could bring hail, damaging winds, and frequent lightning. Residents and travelers must stay alert for local warnings and be ready to act quickly. Know your evacuation routes and have an emergency kit prepared. The Mediterranean's beauty can quickly turn hazardous. Don't underestimate this rainfall event. Meanwhile, the Alps are preparing for their first real taste of winter. Cold Arctic air, combined with moist Atlantic storms, will bring snow to higher elevations. The snow line could drop to 1,500 meters, covering mountain passes and ski resorts. This is great news for winter sports, but a warning for travelers: roads can become treacherous fast. Drivers need winter tires or chains and should check conditions before heading out. Hikers and mountaineers must be cautious. Autumn hikes can quickly turn into winter expeditions. Proper gear and preparation are essential for safety. The first snowfall is beautiful but demands respect. Winter is knocking on the alpine door. With storms on the way, a little preparation goes a long way. Secure loose items in your garden or balcony to prevent damage. Prepare for possible power cuts, have torches, batteries, and a charged phone or power bank ready. Stock up on non-perishable food and bottled water. Stay indoors during the worst weather and avoid unnecessary travel. If you must drive, go slow and watch for debris or fallen branches. Stay informed with updates from local weather services. Knowledge and preparation make all the difference. Let's talk about flood safety for those in the south. For southern Europe, flood safety is crucial. Never walk, swim, or drive through floodwater. It's deeper and faster than it looks. Prepare an emergency kit and know your route to higher ground. Move valuables and electricals upstairs if flooding threatens. Use sandbags or floodboards if available, and turn off utilities if safe. Listen to emergency services and don't return home until it's declared safe. Floodwater can be contaminated, avoid contact if possible. Landslide risk remains high after heavy rain, especially in hilly areas. Preparation and caution can save lives. To recap, Europe faces an active 15 days. Atlantic storms for the west, flood risks in the south, and early snow in the Alps. Each region has unique challenges: wind, rain, floods, or snow. Preparation and awareness are your best tools. Take simple steps now. Secure property, check supplies, and plan travel. Respect the power of the weather and use the latest information to stay safe. Remember, forecasts give the big picture, but details can change. Stay updated with local warnings. Pay close attention if you're in a high-risk area. We'll keep you updated as the situation evolves. Stay safe, be prepared, and look after each other. Check your local forecast regularly for the latest details.